Coach, let me start by asking you how important you think experience is going into the NCAA tournament, because now you have a team that actually has quite a bit of experience in these games going up against a team that really hasn't been there in a few years.
I do believe experience is always helpful. That being said, I'd rather have better players with no experience than experience with not as good a player. Hopefully we'll have a little bit of both. I do believe that playing last year and getting to the Sweet 16, the guys that we have returning have a feel for not only the moment and the magnification of the moment, but also everything that goes on with NCAA, mandatory this, mandatory that, can't do this, have to do that. So it won't be the first time. That is helpful. But eventually you're going to have to go out and play, and it's no different than playing another game. And that's the way you should be able to treat it. Some can, some can't. And hopefully we will do a good job of not getting caught up in the gravity of the moment.
Coach, when you take a look at NC State and they score a bunch of points, they average over 70 points a game, they like to run up and down the court. It seems to me that plays back to what you faced when you were going up against New Mexico, just in the sense that you talked about after that New Mexico game on Saturday that your offense went too fast and gave them too many opportunities at the other end of the floor. Can you discuss what you meant by that a little bit and how important it is for you guys to play a little bit slower and a little bit smarter on offense in this game come Friday?
Doesn't matter who you are, you have to get easy baskets. And I've always said this. So you have to run, but you have to run intelligently. We want to run. If Rayhan's wide open on a wing, we want him to shoot it. We want to push the ball with smarts. But if we don't have a quick, good shot, then you have to be poised. You have to move the defense. You have to make them play from side to side on occasion and not shoot it quite as fast as we did. And I think what we did when we missed a few shots, we continued to play as if we had just made 5 in a row. And there's a difference in terms of quality of shot after having missed 5 in a row, even if they're open. And one when you're in free-flowing and everything you're putting up's going in, not unlike Colorado State when we played that game. So that's kind of what I meant with that.
Coach, I've got some good news. I understand there's a mailroom employee in Duluth, Minnesota, who actually picked San Diego State to win in their bracket pool. Only one that I've been able to find in the nation. Kind of surprising, considering the last time I checked, you guys were the 6th seed and had a pretty good season. What do you make of all the people around the country who seem to think that North Carolina State is going to win this game?
I think a lot of things factor in. One, many of these people have never, ever seen us live, and most of them have never seen us play in person, and they're going on recent memory, and they're going on the recent memory of North Carolina State doing everything but beating North Carolina in the semifinals of the ACC tournament, and they had won their 4 previous games two leading up to that game, and played very, very good basketball. So they're hot right down the stretch. They're laden with players, much publicized. C.J. Leslie was a parade All-American, McDonald's All-American, that did not play great as a freshman, playing sensational right now. And I could go on and on. They got very good players. And I think that's probably the knee reaction to that, having seen more of them and less of us. And the fact that we lost a lot of guys, that probably factors in a little bit. But talk is what everybody has to do that's on TV. That's what they get paid to do. And hopefully the majority will be wrong. Because I've seen the same thing. Most of them are saying upset special, and then they go on to say it really wouldn't be an upset. So that, but again, the old adage, that's why they play the game. So we'll be playing on Friday.
You'll be ready to go, I'm sure about that. Coach Steve Fisher is with us with the Aztecs taking on NC State on Friday in the first round of the NCAA tournament. First of all, Coach, congratulations also on being in the NCAA tournament again in a year in which people said, quote, you would be rebuilding. You did anything but rebuild by going 26-7. Fantastic season so far and a chance to continue it. Will you change your practice schedule this week? Will you do anything to combat the fact that the tip-off time is at 9:40 on Friday morning Pacific time?
We're not going to change the routine. We gave them off yesterday. All we did by giving them off, we brought them in and we gave them a short little preview on North Carolina State, a little film preview on their opponent. And it's amazing. Our kids knew a lot about North Carolina State before we brought them in here. And we got some form and technique stuff, some different things that we showed them, personnel. And then we're going to have our normal practice today. Tomorrow, because we are leaving on a charter, and we will practice in the morning, but we've done that before, and fly out. But we'll try not to change too much. You can't say, okay, we're going to be East Coast time playing at 9:50 or 40 California time on Friday. What can we do to emulate that? You have to get your rest. You have to prepare. You have to be confident, and then you have to go win.
Coach, I know you've known Mark Gottfried for a while. What kind of coach is he? What are you expecting from him strategy-wise on Friday?
He's a very good basketball coach. Was out of the business. Was at Alabama, got let go at Alabama, went to ESPN and did a remarkable job there, but had the itch to get back in. So he's his first year at North Carolina State. And he's done a great job in changing a team from one that people said, well, they're underachievers, to one that has played very good basketball all year and playing exceptional basketball as we speak. They are a team that knows what they want to do. They run. They throw the ball inside when they can't run. And they pound the glass. So this is a good basketball team we're facing, and a very well-coached team.
Is the Jamal Franklin controversy behind you, Coach? Are you going to deal with that at all between now and Friday? I know some people are calling for you to sit him down, maybe not start him, etc. You don't want to hurt your entire basketball team, number one. Number two, hopefully Jamal just learned a good lesson in that game on Saturday, that no matter what somebody might be yelling, saying to you, you've got to keep your composure out there.
The sign in our locker room says it all. Discipline yourself so others don't have to. And we've dealt with the situation. We will continue to deal with the ripple of it. And it's something that should not be the focus. We should not be talking about that. We should be talking about our team and North Carolina State. So, with rank comes responsibility, and you need to be accountable. So we're dealing with it and moving forward all in the same motion.
Coach, does your strategy change at all during a tournament game? I know people make a lot about the long TV timeouts can alter substitution patterns, but from your perspective, does that really make a difference?
No, I think it helps us when we have a 8-man rotation that we've been playing. It'll help North Carolina State, too. They're only playing 7 guys. So it gives you a little added rest where you say, well, if I take a guy out maybe a minute before the TV timeout, and I'm going to get him on real time, I'm going to get him a 10-minute break before he has to go back in, and he'll only miss a minute of playing time. So I think strategically you could maybe do that a little bit, but I do think that a lot more is made of that, given the fact that these young guys are at an age where they should be able to run all day and not feel the effects of it, especially at this time of year.
Are you the kind of coach that have you looked at all at the rest of this bracket, or are you just focused 100% on North Carolina State at this time? You got Georgetown, you got Kansas, you got North Carolina. Got a pretty imposing lineup of teams in the Midwest region. Are you the kind of coach that takes a little look at that, let your players look at that, or do you just want to focus on the Wolfpack only?
What I have done is I do know that Georgetown, Belmont play right after us, and if we are fortunate enough to win, we'll play that winner. So I am well aware of that. From there, to be honest with you, I haven't looked much further. I'm going to see if we can be playing and celebrating on not only Friday but Sunday, and then we'll move from there.
Last thing for me, Coach, what do you think of Beth Burns' team's chances at LSU on Sunday?
We're very proud of what Beth and her ladies have done, winning the conference and the conference tournament championship. again, Beth has done a magnificent job, as has her players. So I don't know. It's tough enough for me to know about what I'm preparing for. I do know that the LSU coach, she just had a baby.
I saw that, yeah.
Maybe she'll bring her little baby on the bench with her, and that'll distract her, and that'll help us a little bit. Beth will have her kids ready to go. I guarantee you that. And Kristen, more than anyone, knows that.
Yeah. She'll be ready to go, Coach. We know you'll be ready to go Friday. We're looking forward to it. You can play the underdog card. You can play the no respect card, but I know that you don't really need to worry about all of that stuff. Your kids go out and play the kind of game they've been playing all season long. You're going to be in great shape. Congratulations on a tremendous regular season, and good luck in round 1 of the NCAA tournament on Friday. We appreciate the time.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate being on with you, and let's see if we can come back still getting ready to play a week from now.